Hi friends, how are you today? I am doing great. Hey, what makes you you? Like, what do you love? What do you love to do? I love to do crafty stuff. I like to make stuff and build stuff. I also like cooking. I also like to go ride a bike. What do you love to do? You guys like a lot of great things. That's so awesome. The Bible story is in Luke in chapter 9, verses 28 through 36. And it's kind of tricky because it's kind of confusing, but I think you guys are really smart and you can figure it out. So Jesus, he climbs this mountain with 3 of his disciple friends, and something amazing happens. His appearance dramatically changes. That means the way he looks changes. And this is called transfiguration. Can you say that big word? It's really big. Transfiguration. Good job. It's a hard word to say. When Jesus is transformed, he shows himself, his true identity. He shows that he is a human on earth, just like you and me. But he also reveals that he is part of God. He is holy. Okay, let's read our Bible story. It's called The Transfiguration. Peter, James, and John were very excited. They were climbing a mountain with Jesus. Higher and higher they climbed right to the top. Then they noticed something different about Jesus. Jesus' face and clothes were bright and shiny like the sun. Moses and the prophet Elijah were standing with Jesus, talking about God's promise to save the world. Peter couldn't believe his eyes. Suddenly, a cloud covered the mountain, and a voice said, "This is my son. Listen to him." The voice was God. Peter and James and John covered their faces. Then Jesus touched them. They peeked up, and everything was the same as it was before. Even Jesus. On the way back down the mountain, Jesus, Peter, and James and John talked about God's promise, but they didn't tell anyone else what happened on the mountain for a long time. Look at a cloud in the sky. Imagine hearing God's voice coming from it. What is God saying to you? So, reading that story, when Jesus and his 3 disciple friends went up to the mountain and Jesus was transformed, do you remember who was with them? It was Moses and Elijah. Now, we've done stories about Moses and Elijah. Do you remember them? They're part of the Bible from the Old Testament, from way before Jesus was on earth. If you were on that mountain with Jesus, how would you react? Would you be scared, surprised, excited? There's so many feelings to think about. Has there ever been a time that you couldn't believe something until it happened or until you saw it? My dad, for example, has been wanting a puppy for a long time. And my mom, she just knows that puppies are a lot to take care of, right? Do you have any dogs? Yeah, pets are a lot to take care of. And she knew there would be a lot of extra work, so she kept saying, not right now, not right now. Well, guess what? On Christmas, she told my dad that he could go pick out a puppy and bring it home. I couldn't believe it. She's been saying no for as long as I can remember. I couldn't believe it until it happened. And guess what? He has a puppy. Oh, and he's so cute. His name is Tux, and he is just a fun little guy to play with. So it took me a while to believe it until I saw it. Anything like that happen to you? Well, I have some exciting news. We're going to meet some new friends from the series called Whirl. So today, the Whirl kids get to go to an amusement park. But instead of like a regular amusement park like Elitch's or Disneyland, this one is themed about the Bible. So there's different Bible rides and activities to do while they're there. There's this character named Victor, and he wants to go on this ride called the Transfigured. Let's check it out and see what happens.
Today is the day of days. I finally get to go to Nazareth now, the local theme park where Bible stories come to life.
There it is.
There's the Drop Tower of Babel! And John the Baptizer River Ride!
I'm saving the best for first. I'm riding on the Transfigurer.
The Transfigurer? But isn't that a ride for older kids?
That is precisely why I want to ride it. The ride clearly reveals the secrets of Jesus' transfiguration.
Are you sure you can handle it? It looks pretty intense.
I've made up my mind, Ottoman. I will not rest until I understand the Transfiguration. To the Transfigurer! Adeline, you'll ride the Transfigurer with me, won't you?
I'm on my way to the Red Sea wave pool. I have to hurry if I'm going to catch the 11 o'clock party!
Jax, buddy, just the man I wanted to see. You want to ride on the Transfigurer with me, don't you?
How do I know you're not gonna trick me?
Ha! Trick you? On a field trip? This isn't fun and games, Jax. This is about unraveling the mysteries of the Transfiguration.
It looks scary.
It very well may be, but we must see for ourselves.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes. No. Maybe.
The feeling is mutual, Jackson.
Welcome to the Transfigurer. The Transfigurer is not recommended for those of heart conditions. Have a blessed journey.
What just happened?
It's all a blur, but I'm changed forever.
Remember the Transfiguration by purchasing a photo collage of your trip out Mount Tabor, 1995.
There we are. That was when Jesus' face started glowing.
I remember now. It was so mystical and otherworldly. That was when Jesus was praying and Moses and Elijah appeared, as if from nowhere.
Placing Jesus in the company of Israel's holy people.
And that was when the voice spoke to us.
This is my son, whom I have chosen. Listen to him.
And here's the big drop at the end that all roller coasters have.
That part was scary, but straightforward.
Huh. I think we just had a glimpse of what it must have been like for the disciples to see the Transfiguration.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand any of it.
I don't think the disciples did either. At least, not right away.
True.
Are you two gonna buy anything, or just stand there?
We are going to ride the Transfigurer again. Come along, Jackson, old pal. Our destiny awaits.
Oh boy!
Well, that was a fun video. They were pretty scared to go on the ride. Well, at least anxious about going on the ride beforehand. But when they did they like it? Yeah, it's all about what happens in having the experience. And think about how the disciples felt after they had this experience with Jesus. They must have known without a doubt that Jesus was holy. Do you want to do an activity with me? I have kind of a fun craft because we're talking about what makes Jesus Jesus and what makes you you and what makes me me. Do you know something special about you? You have a fingerprint that is unlike anybody else's fingerprint in the whole world. I thought it would be fun to make fingerprint characters. If you have an ink pad, you can dip your finger into the ink and make fingerprints. If you don't, grab a washable marker. Okay, I didn't have a ink pad. So I grabbed a washable marker and I'm going to color my finger. And then I'm going to make a fingerprint right there on my page. Maybe I'll do it again. Make another one. So I made a couple pages. And you can see I'm just recycling a piece of paper that I didn't need. So you don't need any kind of special paper for this. Then I'm going to take another marker and turn my fingerprints into things. What should I do? Let's see. Okay, I'm done. I made a turtle, and I made a little bird, and a silly guy. What did you make? Oh, I would love to see your pictures. If you get a second, take a picture of it and email it to me. I would love to see what you created. My friends, have a wonderful week, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.